Hi, today I'm going to talk about employee engagement a little. We have been discussing this topic a lot for the past 2.5 months. A lot of people have asked me this question about employee engagement. And I thought let's talk about and demystify this topic a little bit and also look at how does it impact any organization. Now I'm going to answer three questions today. The first question is employee engagement for real or is it overrated? The second is, how do you measure it? And third is, what do you do with it when you measure it? So let's talk about the first one. There was a seminal study done in the 1990s whereby the retailer Sears established a causal relationship between employee satisfaction, productivity, and customer satisfaction. So all three are related. So let's just get clear about that all three things are related. If you want to know more about that study, it's on our website. And if you want to know more, you can write to us. We can tell you about that study. So once having established that relationship, that there is employee satisfaction, talking to productivity, and then ultimately talking to customer satisfaction, that question is out. Lots of organizations like Gallup, Kenexa, etc. have been measuring it, but each consulting organization has its own model. Now, in 2006, CLC put together around 5 or maybe 6, half a dozen companies' models together and try to answer the second question. What factors, if employee engagement is important, what factors are the ones which impact employee engagement? When they looked at all these models, they came across with 8 factors. And, prominent amongst them was employee development, pride, the company you're working for, and 6 more. Again, you can find lots of more details about that, and we'll be happy to share those with you. So those 8 factors were established. Peter Capelli last year, again asked this question about whether these things matter or they don't matter. Now, the truth of the matter is you can build your own instrument, and you can also look at instruments which are valid. The important point is you have to look at the factors. And the second important point is those factors should talk to some of, as we call it, drivers. So it's a little bit of a technical issue, but stay with me for a few seconds. And once you've looked at the factors and the drivers, you can start impacting the drivers. When you start impacting the drivers, you can straight away impact employee satisfaction. So I've answered your second question on how do you measure it. So it depends on the factors and the drivers. And the last one is, what do you do with it once you've measured it? Now, that's a hard question because many organizations have tried to do their own thing. Gallup insists on doing a manager action plan, etc., etc. But I think the right thing to do it is to figure out what are the things because of which employee engagement is making a difference. So let's say it could be attrition, it could be productivity, etc. Now, if you're going to tell your managers to improve those particular factors, then they have to come up with a real action plan on the drivers. So, yes, it matters. There's a direct correlation and a causal relationship. Second, there are factors and drivers which impact it. And third, what you can do about it. As an HR person, you may not be able to do a lot of things about it. But as a manager, you can do a lot of things about making sure that your employees are engaged. And those are all actionable things. So you need to make sure that you're measuring actionable things. Once you measure the actionable things, take the action. You want to know a little bit more about it, go to our website, www.saltodfa.com. There's a section called I Engage, lots of details, references, etc. given there. And I will keep on coming back to you to talk a little bit more about it every month.